this is the time, this is it. Well, this time arrived even before Halloween, or at least crept in with spooky season decorations and preparations. You know what I mean. It's the best kind of sorcery I know. But I held on. I persevered. I didn't put any Christmas decoration yet. I remind myself that after Christmas and New Year, they're two rather miserable months for me. January and February. They're usually grey, gloomy and soggy, and I'm trying to stretch Christmas decorations and a bit of color into them instead of kind of rushing to put it before, like in November. Some people, well, you know that very well. Some people like to put Christmas decorations in November. Now, I would rather to stretch them into these two miserable for me months. But let's come back to jolly golly merry vibes. Are you ready? Are you ready to enjoy pine and cedar smells? Are you ready to warm up your cold fingertips with a glass of mulled wine? Are you ready to throw snowballs, if you can, and in UK it's kind of rare, and breathe this cold, crisp air? Are you ready to give presents? If not, don't worry, I've got a solution for you. Or maybe not. Well, I hope it will be helpful. All this paper making experience that I've been doing were leading up for this exact moment. I've dreamt of making Christmas card from scratch, starting with paper itself and ending with drawings or whatever creative shenanigans I can manage. I'm not inviting you to paper making streams. Any good thick paper from shops will do. And what is a handmade Christmas card if not a little gift in its own right? I've gathered a whole collection of ideas over time, hoping that someday I will use them. So instead of inventing a wheel, why not to borrow a little bit of inspiration? I chose these 5 designs for 10 greeting cards, and first one is quite relaxed, is loose watercolor tree, Christmas tree obviously. Just paint the shape of a Christmas tree with clean water, then drop in a bit of paint, watercolor paint, and let it dry. Anything you don't like, you can cover with opaque gold paint afterwards. Second one is ribbon embroidery, and it's very simple, so just thin light ribbon embroidered in simple straight lines. The original idea is from Debbie McLaughlin, and I hope I didn't butcher your name, I'm sorry if I did, from Pinterest. I like her minimalism, but I would like to add some more opulent baubles or maybe stars. Well, some decorations. The third one is embroidered snowflake. And I embroidered a greeting card once, a birthday card, and I really like the touch of and feel of thread on paper. I don't know, I just like embroidered stuff, I guess. Fourth one is fabric bauble. Since we already tried ribbon and thread, why not to use a bit of fabric? This one will get a watercolor background with some secret ingredient. Fifth is simple and natural, just little branch of evergreen stitch with twine, or maybe, I don't know, I think I'm going to use a golden thread. I saw children on Instagram making this and my heart melted. Thank you, La Senor Eva. Since they're all going to different neighbors and friends, I'm not afraid of repeating myself. And even so, it doesn't really matter. This is a busy, overwhelming time of year. Let's be kind to ourselves. I do believe that Christmas isn't that harmless as it looks. It turned out a little bit clickbaity, isn't it? But you get my point. We all see it somewhere on introvert-extrovert scale, and I think Christmas can drown even most outgoing of us. And I do think that it's okay to choose solitude if you feel so, even though it seems like everyone gathering in cozy groups. And it's okay to feel lonely if you're surrounded by people. Maybe you're overstimulated by the lights or music, cooking smells. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe you're exhausted from present hunting. Or maybe there are deeper reasons why this merry season hits differently. Or maybe you don't like Christmas at all and prefer New Year. I chose to use watercolor paper instead of my own because mine can warp easily of big amount of water. So I've tried to use my paper with ribbon, but unfortunately it just rips bigger holes that I need. So I'm going to use watercolor paper again because it's much more sturdy than mine. And I think I'm going to address that in my next bunch, and you will see it later. Also, I like to punch holes before embroidering or using ribbon or whatever have you, because I don't need to think while I'm doing it where needle needs to go. I actually like both Christmas and New Year. Christmas feels like more warm, calm celebration for friends and family, plus it stretched for 3 days. New Year, on the other hand, is one night burst for going out, music, lights, fireworks and dancing, I guess. Places where I lived before, all this was compacted in one evening basically. And I've never had a decent amount of time just to feel it and enjoy it. Just some scraps of moments, really. And maybe that will sound as blasphemy, but Christmas isn't just religious holiday for me. It's also kind of pagan winter celebration as well. As I told before, I really like the idea of celebrating seasons. So this is one of the seasonal holidays for me, even though we have New Year, but New Year it's more, in a way it's more personal, I think. Like we have all resolutions and goals that we set up at that time. So it's kind of more personal, for like more individual. Whereas Christmas, since it's again usually about gathering, it's more about celebrating all together season. Ta-da! Actually, I'm going to use my paper for this because, as you remember, I wanted some decorations, some baubles, for example. So this is what I'm going to use. I think I will paint it with some golden paint and just cut out circles and attach them to this. And what about you? How do you feel about Christmas? If you do enjoy it, what do you prefer? And if New Year is more exciting for you, would you bother to tell me why? There is some progress on YouTube as well. Just 2 videos are live for the algorithm. It doesn't see the others. And if you're interested in my work and what I do in my projects, please go on my channel page and click on videos you might like to watch from there. Otherwise, it just won't show you in suggested. That would really help me. And the secret ingredient is soda. Just a little sprinkle, you will have kind of snowy effect, which is pretty cool. Let it dry and then get rid of the soda and you'll be golden. And yoo-hoo, this is the last one. If kids can do it, I can do it, you can do it. What we need is kind of sew down the bunch, and maybe I will use Mod Podge just to secure it better, but maybe we don't need it. Let's see. I think it's adorable. All of these are pretty much one day make, especially if you have all the bits and pieces ready. The quickest one is watercolor Christmas tree, putting aside the drying time. And what takes longer is snowflake embroidery, although I think it's such a joy to receive, for someone who enjoys tactile things, to receive something like this. I think we all scrolled past some clever, beautiful designs on our phones and thought, oh, that's brilliant, I would like to try it too. But how many of those ideas turned into actual projects? If I'm honest, I worry the answer is not so many. Short-term contact bombards us with so much information, with so many little tiny bursts of stimulus, that I, for example, really need a rest after merely scrolling through Instagram. That's partly why I wanted to make that video. Not 10 seconds of speed crafting, but like 16 minutes? Enough time for the idea, if it appears, to breathe a little and grow into action. Or maybe you just fancy the cozy Christmas content, which is absolutely lovely too. Please, take good care of yourselves, happy holidays, and cheers! Microphone that doesn't work. I choose this kind of golden... If I'm honest... No, you don't do that, you don't do that, you don't misbehave, you behave nicely. The idea is from